Yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of the top sports stories that have happened this week. I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there, Ron. How are you tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good.
You're pretty
Buffalo took another one.
Took another one. Pat's looking good here for at least winning the division. So we're excited about that here in New England. We want to first and foremost take some time to thank those that are going to join us live tonight. Danny already on. Danny, thank you for joining. Anyone else that's out there, hey, join the chat. Let us know what you think. If you have an opinion, you want to talk about something, let us know. But we also got to thank those that are helping continue to support us, Ron. So if we could start off with our good friends there at WBOB in Providence, Rhode Island.
Absolutely. Tonight's show is brought to you by the Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com. And you can be just like Sprout and sponsoring the show. So send us an email at ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com and we can send you out the media kit.
Yeah, this show should be pretty Sprout tonight. I expect a lot to come out. So much to cover in the sports world, man. It's been another fun week here. We're going to talk a little bit about the Cleveland Browns and Shedeur Sanders starting, along with those Buffalo Bills and what's going on there. We're going to talk about the NBA and this new found surge of people that are watching. So we're excited about that, as well as some Bruins. I know if there's Bruins fans out there, you're going to want to hear what Ron has to say about that tonight. Change your opening of the show. Say this, ladies and gentlemen, live from New York. It's Sports Unfolded. I think there's probably copyrights and we're not in New York, so that might be a problem, Danny. Josh Allen is a punching bag, James.
Yeah, we're also not in New York.
And we're gonna talk about that in a little bit too, James. So stay tuned for that as well. So let's start off with that leadoff story, Ron. Shedeur Sanders set to start this week for the Cleveland Browns. Does he need to win to keep this job?
I know the coach probably needs to win to keep his job.
Probably one of he's.
But I don't know. I don't know if he's going to keep his job as it is. I mean, it's all up in the air. I think it would help him if he wins, he's probably going to start. But he could start anyway, depending on how bad or good he looks in this game. Yeah,
I would say that if you got to look at it. First of all, they're 31st in offense, so I don't think you're going to expect him to change. James, no, he doesn't. He needs to show up in a decent way. Yeah, listen.
Right.
He has to perform at a level where they can say he can consistently help this team win. Danny wants Shedeur in Dallas. I will say this: average defense he's going to face with Las Vegas Raiders. So there's an opportunity other than Max Crosby. You really got to stay, hopefully away from that guy because he can disrupt things and make things very difficult for a quarterback.
Yeah, he's got a team. He's got a team he can beat. If he plays like how he played in college, he can't second guess his decision making, because if you're second guessing during those decisions, you're getting sacked.
Yeah, he's got to make.
You don't have time.
Quick reads, right? Move the ball, be effective offensively. Listen, the spotlight's been on this kid since the draft. And he dropped to the 5th round. There was a lot of questions about that. I will say the opportunity for him to prove a lot of people wrong. This gives him some opportunity to really see if he can become a starting quarterback in the National Football League, or does he prove everybody right, Ron? And they're like, this is why he went in the 5th round, and he was a product of what Colorado had. He obviously stepped in. Dylan Gabriel got hurt. He's out currently with a concussion. He went 4 for 16, 25%, 47 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception, 3 rushing attempts for 16 yards. I think he needs to use his feet. I think he needs to make sure he's mobile a little bit, because that's probably going to be his best option. They don't have a lot of talent in Cleveland.
I think he just needs to be prepared. I think preparation is a big key. And the more I look at Cleveland and this coaching staff, the more I feel they're not prepared. I mean, look, they got a great defense. The defense seems to be prepared all the time. He was not prepared to go into that game last week.
Jake, thanks for joining. Yeah, listen, he was a backup. They don't get as many reps. He's gotten all the reps this week in practice. I'd like to see this kid do well. I don't know why. I was a big fan of Dion Primetime back in the day. And I'm not saying that this kid could be a superstar, but I really feel like he's good enough to start for an NFL franchise.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to find out real quick. He doesn't really have anybody behind him. So it's him. Unless, third string. They bring in a third string quarterback to finish off if he's that bad. Yeah. I don't think he's that bad of a player, though.
What do you guys think about them giving Eddie Guerrero his own day in his hometown? Eddie Guerrero, the wrestler, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a big wrestling fan, but I'm sure he deserves it. I would
maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
Why not? His hometown. He might be the only guy that's famous from his hometown.
Where's he from, Jake?
See, that's the question right there.
That could be a key. You know, where is he from, Eddie Guerrero? So I will say this, Ron. Immense pressure on who? The coaches, the front office, or Shedeur Sanders going into this start?
I think the pressure is all on
El Paso, Texas.
Shedeur, because because of all the hype, right? Yeah. All the hype is making the pressure all on him. We already know that the coaching staff stinks. Wow. Except for maybe the defensive coordinator. He might be the only saving grace of that team. It's certainly not the front office. The front office is abysmal. So they have nothing to prove here because they've done everything wrong possible. So I think that's already set in stone. So all of the pressure in my book is on Shedeur Sanders because he needs to put up a game of his life at this point.
Yeah. I think you're right there, Danny. I think the Cowboys have a shot here against the Eagles. Patriots going to the Super Bowl this year. Jake is asking. Listen, there's two teams that have a very good defense. The Houston Texans proved that last night, and the Denver Broncos, and they'd have to face at least one of them at some point to get to the Super Bowl. I'm not so sure they can get there based on what I've seen on those teams with their defense. I went real quick, Ron, too. Checked El Paso, Texas. Debbie Reynolds from El Paso, Texas. Judy Garland. Right? So Anthony Quinn.
We can have one day.
Anthony Quinn.
Oh, good
Khalid,
actor.
Khalid, Grammy-nominated singer. Susan Day O'Connor, former Supreme Court Justice. Aaron Jones, professional football player. Sam Donaldson. All right. Look at that. See that? I guess, if that's where he's from, I could see why they give him a day. I could.
Yeah, you can get a day. There's not 350 people that are lined up to get a day.
I think most of those are no longer with us. So Is it true that this week there is 4 teams that have a bye week?
Yes, it is true.
Yeah. Yeah, they're leader this year. There's a lot of teams. What do you guys think of the loss of the Bills? Well, Steph, I'll say that I said that we're gonna move on to the Bills in a minute, but yeah, that was a big loss for them. Because again, now you're looking at they're chasing the New England Patriots, and Patriots are in the driver's seat. They're gonna play each other one more time. But realistically, the Bills probably lost the division last night with the loss to the Houston Texans. So that, and they got exposed, right? I think that offensive line run, giving up 8 sacks. You keep doing that, Josh Allen's not going to make it much longer. Yeah, now it's wild card racing, I think. Yeah, James agreed. By the way, I have actually had the host of Around the Horn on my show. Get out of here. Tony Reale, right? No, yeah, Tony Reale was Around the Horn, wasn't it? No, yeah. Sorry.
Make up your mind.
Yeah, it was Tony Reale. I think so. I don't know.
Really? The heck is that?
You serious?
Is that new?
That is new. Yeah, so given the Pats,
So we were cross lines again.
James, again with these, they winning the games they're supposed to win. James, don't get me started tonight. First it was Max.
Yeah, how's Buffalo doing with
Max,
those
cupcake
games?
I'm not a big Max Kellerman fan.
Oh man,
really not. If I heard that guy say one more time, Tom Brady's falling off a cliff for 6 years straight. Eddie Guerrero, the legend.
Eventually, he'll be right.
He died too. Eddie Guerrero's no longer alive?
I guess not.
Really?
Rip.
Paper Tiger alert. Like the Cowboys 2 years ago. I don't know what's going on right now. Actually, I shared a birthday with Shannon Page, Woody Page's daughter. Well, that's an interesting fact. I like Woody Page. Woody was a man. Woody Page.
I like Woody.
Right?
He's funny.
You like?
He's funny.
He is. He's pretty funny. I'm looking up Eddie Guerrero. Did he pass away?
I'm guessing so. I mean, why would he say it?
Yeah, died in 2000. He's been dead for 20 years. What?
You're a little late to the party, Eric.
He was born in El Paso, Texas. I think he died in Minneapolis.
You know, not for nothing, they waited a little too long for it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. 20 years. 20 years. And let me ask you this. So they put on there, so his spouse was Vicky Guerrero. And they said they were married till 2005. Yeah, I wonder why. Like, why would you put that on? They were married from 1990 to 2005. I wonder why. What caused them to not be married anymore after 2005? Maybe because he passed away.
Look at my comment, Eric.
In downtown Minneapolis. Look at my comment. He had a heart attack. Oh, in the ring while he was wrestling? Really? I think I got to start watching some wrestling again, man. And you never know if it was real or not.
What would be exciting if they did it outdoors and in the middle of lightning storms?
And then see if somebody gets struck.
And do a cage match.
And they gotta wear like a little metal antenna or something on them. So no, it was an overdose.
James says no, it was an overdose. So nobody knows. He died like several different ways.
All right, let's see what exactly happened. They passed away due to heart failure. That's what it says. Heart failure.
Well, it can be both. It could have been a drug overdose that caused the heart failure. Just saying. Do
you want to know who left WWE for OnlyFans? Because that's an option too. Yeah. Well, thank you, Google. Actually, another wrestler went to his hotel and found him unconscious in his hotel room. Let me just say that, the rest of that.
Can you keep up with these?
Eddie Guerrero was Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit found Eddie Guerrero. That's crazy. And then ultimately he killed himself and his family.
Now,
right?
is Chris Benoit from Canada?
Eric, it was real, recorded live. Look at it. All right, we'll do that. Drug-induced heart failure. A lot of those wrestlers, man. That's a big thing.
Well, they're all
Sorry for the
using the needle.
sidetracking you guys again, like I did last week. Don't worry about it, Jake. You keep bringing the comments, man. We're learning stuff tonight. Again, about Eddie Guerrero. So that was kind of cool as well. All right, Ron, we're going to move on. We're going to go to this Buffalo Bills story real quick. And there's a documentary on it, Dark Side of the Ring. I think I've seen, right? There's a bunch of those, aren't there, James?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of different yeah. So what's wrong with the Buffalo Bills, Ron? I mean, I wanted to go through this real quick, and I'm sitting there and I'm going, all right, they got to be like the worst offensive line. They are not. They are average, middle of the pack. They're second in offense per game in yards, 10th on defense. They're averaging 28.3 points per game. They're giving up 22.9. Their turnover differentials are -2, so that, I mean, could be a little bit of a concern, but it's not horrible.
Yeah, but when you consider where they were last year, they used
too,
to
Jake.
cause takeaways, but they're not doing that anymore. So that defense isn't taking the ball away, and now it is compounded with the lack of skilled players on the offense.
Yeah, right. What Coleman?
What we kept saying about the Patriots all these years.
Yeah, Coleman, suspended for that game due to conduct. Josh Allen is a bum loser. I don't know if I'd go that far.
I think he's a great quarterback.
Yeah.
He just needs some help. I mean, you can't just stick him back there and everybody just standing still.
Yeah, give me a quarterback that would have survived 8 sacks. There's not many, so that doesn't help. He doesn't have a deep threat or a real number one wide receiver now. They're running the ball extremely well. You know what I mean? So he does some Rhode Island broadcasting. This is the crazy part about what we're going to talk about, Ron. There's a chance this season that Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson all don't make the postseason. That's insane to think about.
Crazy?
If you would have told us that week 1 of the NFL season, how many people out there live right now would have said, yeah, that I could have picked that. I would have put money down on that. It's insane. In Buffalo was favored in every single game, Ron, when the season first came out. His number one receiver is on the Pats. Listen, we see what Diggs, and that's true. That's a great point, James, because true. Diggs and what he's been able to do for Drake May, and I would say Diggs isn't what he was 5-6 years ago, but he's still such a good you can see it when Drake needs a play, he's looking at where Diggs is, because Diggs is going to make the play. Allen misses that. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I love the fact that if he doesn't make the play, Diggs almost takes it personal, like he messed everything up.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you see how upset he is when he doesn't make the play.
Yeah.
And it's not very often that he doesn't.
I will say this, too. Sean McDermott, if this team does not make the postseason, there's a good chance. You know who's probably going to replace him? Brian Daboll. And I wouldn't be surprised. Brian Daboll, what he was able to do for Josh Allen and kind of re-energize this kid to become what he was.
What's going to happen? I think either way. The only way McDermott keeps his job, I think, is if he wins the Super Bowl.
Right. He gets to the postseason and loses. I think you're right. I also think if you start to, just like we just talked about, if Lamar's not there and Patrick's not there, this was the easiest road for the Buffalo Bills finally to say, oh, yeah, this is our year to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And the product being put on the field right now isn't very good. Top 5 tandem wide receivers in the NFL. Today's Pats is top 5. Yeah. Do you get Keyshawn Boutte a top receiver, though? That's where I would, I don't know, Diggs and Boutte. I don't know.
No, I don't
see
it.
You still got to go Cincinnati. They got to be number 1.
Jamar Chase isn't going to be playing.
He is not going to be playing. I mean,
but Burrow may.
Spitgate 2. Burrow, they said, is questionable. Like, he's probably not playing this week.
I
They
don't
say
know. I think
no,
Burrow
he's
wants to
practicing.
play.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll put him out there.
I mean, I wouldn't put him in, but look, when you start talking tandem receivers, I look at the Rams.
Yeah, Devontae Adams has been in Puka Nakua.
Yeah, I look at
another
them.
good one.
And say what you want on how Philly's been playing. I like their tandem. You know, Brown and can't think of his name now. I lost it. It was there for a second.
Yeah, you got me stumped too now. I would also say CeeDee Lamb and Pickens.
Yeah,
for Dallas,
and that's gotten them to 4 wins.
Yeah.
Or is it 3? No, 3.
Top 5. That's what I just said. I think I would put them in the top 5, James.
Yeah, I would too.
I think so.
I would too.
Right? I think Dallas, Philly, AJ Brown, and holy Toledo, man. Now you got me. I can't with you. You see what you do to me?
I mean, there's a few teams that have some
Devontae
decent
Smith.
players.
Devontae Smith.
Yes.
Devontae Smith.
Yes.
That's a good one. Yes, maybe
Detroit. What about Detroit?
I'm on St. Brown, but then what's the kid? Williamson?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean that would be a kind of a toss up. St. Brown's nasty. Like that guy catches everything. So yeah, maybe. That might be
Whenever I hear his name, I feel like having some ramen noodles.
That might be a starting 5 in the upcoming weeks. Yeah, I like that one. Top 5 duos, right? We might do that. All right, since we're on this kick here, let's talk about some games of interest this week, Ron.
Okay, I can do that.
We see what you got up there. Let's Pittsburgh Bears. I had that one as well. The Steelers and the Bears.
Oh, it's all the first one right over there. That's the first one.
That's the one you want to go to first, right? That's an interesting game.
That's the one I want to go to first.
Who needs to win more? Crazy
Kansas
as it
City
sounds.
really needs to win more. Because if they lose, they're pretty much done.
They're done. But if the Colts don't win,
then they're not real.
Right? And that's what I think. To me, it's more about Indianapolis needing to win to prove that they are legitimate this season.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
And it's such a dynamic. There's no way AJ Brown coming to Dallas. Like he's Antonio Brown. Why would AJ Brown go to Dallas? I don't know.
He's not going to Dallas.
Yeah, I think he's not going to Dallas. He can't get traded.
Danny is like Kevin Durant. He's just trying to put together a dream team.
Did you see the Kevin Durant thing with Jaylen Brown and the hair dye situation?
No.
So Jaylen Brown, I guess, had some hair dye or something, and he went to go buy a player, and it went onto the player's jersey. So there was like a streak on the player's jersey from the hair dye. And Kevin Durant, I guess, responded to it like, dude, just let it happen. And it's going back and forth. It's kind of crazy. Dude, it's an actual thing, man. It's kind of crazy.
Let it happen. So Jaylen Brown is dyeing his hair to keep it from going gray?
No, he doesn't even have it. It's like he made like the line.
So he's putting fake hair on him. He's using that spray can.
Yeah, something like that. It's crazy.
Crazy. That's funny.
Crazy. All right,
That's
Chiefs,
funny.
Colts. I agree with you. Colts, Chiefs, absolutely. That's at Kansas City. That's another reason why Indianapolis really needs to see. I'm sure weather will play a little bit of a factor there. Bucks at Rams. Agree with you there too.
I feel bad for the Tampa Bay Bucks because they're probably going to lose this game too.
Right, gauntlet, bang, bang, bang. Right, like all in a row here.
Like they needed to beat the Patriots. Because now this could be a third loss in a row. I don't see them beating the Rams. That defense is too good, and that offense is too good. And their defensive style really doesn't match up to LA's offense.
Can I just...
I see disaster in the making.
Tampa in a free fall. Absolutely. Listen, Pats, Bills, now they got to face the Rams. The Rams are probably one of the best teams in the league right now. They are playing some great football, and they're at home. To your point, Tampa still banged up too, right? No Mike Evans, So it'll be interesting to see what they're made of. I had Panthers
Bandages is what they're made of.
Panthers at 49ers.
Yeah, I was thinking of that one because lo and behold, if Tampa Bay loses and Carolina wins,
and San Francisco can't afford to James's point, great word, free fall, because if they start to lose games with the Rams as well as they're playing, Seattle playing well, they're still in the mix. Those kind of losses will kill a team. What else do we have? Steelers, Bears, we said, right? Aaron Rodgers hurt. I think that's going to play a factor in that game.
Yeah, because I think he's going to play.
He is playing.
With a brace.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big mistake. It's a big mistake. I think the ball is going to fly all over the place.
But it's a left hand, right? It's left, so I don't think it affects him on that. I mean, maybe ball security, I would say, would be the issue. But from a throwing standpoint, it should be okay. And then, listen, the Bears might be legitimately a decent team. I'm not saying they're great, but they're a decent team.
This is why this is the game that is going to mark the season in that division. This is the week that Pittsburgh loses to Chicago and Baltimore wins and Baltimore leapfrogs.
Okay.
This is the one.
All right. You had the Vikings Packers.
Yeah. Tentatively.
Okay. I had one more game as well.
Philly and Dallas.
No.
It's always a good game.
Browns at Raiders. These teams, listen, whoever wins loses. Because you're talking about draft order now.
The draft pick.
And listen, Tennessee don't look like they're going to win another game.
This is why the Raiders are going to win, because Cleveland will screw it up.
No, the Cleveland wants to lose. That'd be a good thing.
Yes.
Oh, so you're saying Cleveland will screw it up so the Raiders will win, even though the Raiders are trying to lose. Gotcha. Right? To me, that's an interesting game. I like these bottom-feeded games sometimes.
Yeah, it's going to be see who can throw the ball to no one the whole game.
Because every time these things come up and you go, oh, man, they just lost, right? They're going to drop to Listen,
the thing is,
it happened last year with New England. New England went from 1 to 4 with a win. Right? 1 to 4 with a win. That's what's at stake right now is these teams are fighting for the number 1 pick.
Is Geno Smith going to keep his job after this year?
I don't think so.
I think he's done.
Yeah, I think they draft a quarterback. I think they have to draft a quarterback.
Danny, I wouldn't bet on the Cowboys winning. Wouldn't bet on
Philly keeps finding ways to win, man. I don't know how they do it. They keep finding ways. But Raiders should have sold at the trade deadline. Agreed. I thought Max Crosby, a couple of those guys actually would have definitely gotten them a good package.
I think they were thinking of next year is what I think. I think, they have Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's assessing the team, seeing what he needs, quarterback, a couple of weapons on the offense. But
who's the next 4?
I think they wanted to keep those guys in there for next season and go for it next year.
Who's the next 4, James? Who's the next 4 games for the Cowboys? That would probably make a difference. Because if he's saying 3 or 4, or they're cooked.
Well, I think they're cooked anyway, but that's besides the point.
All right, some great NFL talk. We're going to move on, though, Ron, and we're going to have a little fun. What is it, World Television Day?
It is World Television Day.
So we decided for World Television Day for our starting 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Medium rare, Ron. He likes his steaks medium rare.
Look at Madden, power to the people.
Not well done. Ron, be careful what you wish for. My Cowboys will win on Sunday. My Cowboys will win. I'll send you a shirt saying Danny's Cowboys. Let's go. Oh, that's a challenge. That is a challenge. I like that. If we can make this happen, that's a thing, Danny. The Cowboys win. You send him the shirt. He'll wear it. Absolutely. I love it.
Wait, I'd have to wear a Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah. 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 All right. Tonight's starting five. Let's give you our 5 TV announcers, our sports announcers of all time. Again, this is our personal opinion. I'm sure we're going to have a much different list because I'm sure there's guys that you probably like that I may not have heard of. And there's probably, listen, a lot of this too is regional, right? Because you got to look at the regions. Like we have different announcers, right? When you watch your own personal teams. But I am first this week. So I'll start you off with my 2 honorable mentions. I have 2.
Oh, only 2?
Yeah, because
Out of all of these guys, you could only get 2?
I went Bob Costas. I used to love
Wow.
Bob Costas back in the day when he, was actually a sports TV announcer. And Dick Vitale. Dick Vitale, Diaper Dandy. I mean, I love his energy. So I went Dick Vitale as one of my honorable mentions.
I can't believe it, Eric. You can only have 2? 2?
Only two.
Dude, I had like 15 guys.
I knew you would because you don't know how to play the game.
What am I going to choose?
You don't know how the segment works. Starting 5 doesn't mean starting 10 every week. Starting 5.
Eric, I have 5 honorable mentions.
There's a shocker. Tony Romo. James put Tony Romo. I don't know if I put Tony Romo up there.
Yeah, I don't have Tony Romo on my list.
All right.
I do have to say, like, there are so many good ones. Like, I couldn't put some of these guys on, and I'm just stunned. Honorable mention, I have Dick Enberg.
Okay.
Jim McKay. Remember Wide World of Sports?
Mm-hmm.
Jim McKay.
So far, not impressive.
And, of course, my Boston Bruins, the guy I grew up with, Fred Cusick. He was so good. He was awesome as a...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's the only regional one.
Yep. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I have Sean McDonough on a list, and
Okay, Sean McDonough.
No, he's not an honorable mention.
Okay, all right, you got 2 more.
Just on the list.
Go ahead, so we can get to.
I have Gary Thorne for the NHL. He's really good. I like Gary Thorne.
All right.
And my bubble, believe it or not, is Marv the Biter Albert.
Okay, Marv Alberts. All right. Yeah.
He was great.
All
I remember is Downtown.
Cotton McKnight.
Yeah.
I don't know where was Cotton McKnight? What did he do?
He's an oldie.
He's an oldie? All right. So let's get this starting 5 rolling. At number 5 for me, I had Marv Alberts. Yes. Michael Jordan. I mean, he defined basketball that Bulls 90s run. You could tie
that I took him away.
Hey, listen. Hey, we all have our moments. He's into some stuff. I mean, but I will say this.
Nobody got upset when Rex was doing the feet
thing, right? But I will say this. He probably made the Bulls more famous because of what he was doing with the announcing. So it just made it because he did all the NBA finals and it was like, Michael Jordan, yes. And it was just the way he did it, man. So Marv Albert's number 5 for me.
The accentuation, is that a new word?
Yeah,
accentuation?
It could be. Yes!
Of certain words. It's like you always knew downtown, from 3.
Yeah.
It was basketball.
Yeah. So Marv Alberts for me at number 5.
And I forgot Johnny Most on my list too, and he should be there.
Okay. What do you got? Number 5.
Number 5, I have Joe Buck. I actually like him doing games. He does baseball well. He does football well.
Yeah.
I think he's really good.
I do. I like Buck. I don't know why he gets a bad rap sometimes.
I don't know if he gets a bad rap, but I like him.
All right. Joe Buck. Good one. All right. Number 4 for me, Brent Musburger. The NFL, NCAA basketball. He was so good at NCAA basketball.
I know. I had a hard time leaving him off my list.
Yeah, Brent Musburger for me. I like Aikman better, though. Then Tony Romo. I'm going to assume that's over Romo. I could see that. I like Aikman better than Romo.
I like Aikman.
Yeah.
I think he does a good job.
I think Romo tries to guess too much. And it
But I
worked.
try to stay away from the color guys. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
I want the actual guy out there.
So Brent Musburger for me at number 4.
It's a good one. I had a hard time leaving him off the list.
Then
Had a
Buck.
hard time.
He went Aikman, then Buck. Okay.
All right.
4?
I have Bob Costas at number 4.
Okay. Yeah.
I like Bob Costas. He does everything.
Olympics, right? Does he still do the Olympics?
Yeah. Yes. I guess he does. I mean, I would hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope so. But he's done everything well.
Yeah. No, agreed. No, that's a good one. I had him as an honorable mention. All right. Number 3 for me, the man in the corner right next to you, Jim Nantz, right? Think about this. The Masters would not be the Masters without Jim Nantz, just the way he does it. I love him in the NFL with Romo. I like the fact that how he is, and he also does NCAA basketball, you know, the Final Four and the way he does it. He's so good at the Masters. Jim Ross. Okay. All right. WWF. All right. Listen, you can't discourage people from, that's who we liked. Greatest announcers of all time, WWF.
I'm not saying anything.
All right. Who do you have at number 3?
Number 3, I have the man down in the bottom corner near you, Howard Cosell.
Yeah,
that's who I knew watching boxing with my dad.
Oh,
and of course football.
Yeah, no, definitely the football piece. Yeah, Monday Night Football, right? This is Howard Cosell, right? It's just the way. Yeah, no, he was a classic. Very good one. All right, at number 2 for me, man in the middle right there, John Madden. Boom, baby, right? And you see them, and he circled the right, and you can't go wrong. Howard Cosell was great, Gene. Yeah. But John Madden for me, number 2. And then obviously what he did for video gaming, he brought it to another level. So John Madden, number 2 for me.
When I made my list, I forgot about John Madden.
There's something wrong.
But yeah, I put the picture of him.
Yeah,
I thought I had him on my list.
You're so good at this. That's how that works. Yeah, John Madden, number 2 for me. Who's number 2 for you? I even have his name
circled, so I thought I put him on the list.
Who's number 2 for you?
I have Jim Nantz at number 2.
Okay, it's a good one. I never got to witness.
But obviously, John has to be in there, so Buck would probably be just an honorable mention.
James showing his age there. Yeah, we got to see Madden and Pat Summerall. Him and Pat Summerall were the number 1 guys for all the games. So both of them really, really good. To your point, though, he was a color guy.
Yeah,
he was a color analyst.
So maybe that's why I subconsciously left him off the list.
I got you. So that leads us to number 1 of our starting 5 sports announcers of all time. And I'm sorry, and I'm supporting him tonight with the shirt.
Johnny
Havlicek steals the ball. Yeah, right. Yeah. Steal by Bird, passes the DJ. His voice, you could tell that man smoked like 5 packs of cigarettes a day. And the energy he could bring to a game, and it was so unique. It literally made you like you would get anxiety listening to this man talk because he was so fired up. Johnny Most, number 1 for me all time. I will never forget that voice. I forget
Johnny Most as well.
Yeah, I will never forget that voice.
I would have had him as an honorable mention though. At this point now, I have like 7 honorable mentions.
Yeah, I mean, that's a surprise.
But my number 1, it is what Danny just mentioned, Al Michaels. I'll never forget the Olympics. I'll never forget that game.
Yeah, miracle.
Like that was a masterpiece being called. And despite what people have been saying about him lately, I still like Al Michaels calling the football games.
I left him off because of that. I don't like him as much now.
Yeah, I still like him. I think he's had a brilliant career. He has a brilliant career.
No, agreed. I'm not
that Olympic game.
Danny's
really just sticks out, and he'll always be my favorite after that call. After that call was just amazing.
Danny had Al Michaels, John Madden, Pat Summerall, Tony Dungy, and Tony Romo. Very good
It's a
list.
good list.
That's a good list. Dungy didn't do it long though,
No.
right? Dungy kind of, and then he did more of the studio stuff.
Yeah.
But no, that's a good list. Good list. We got a lot of guys in. Jim Ross.
And I do like Tony Romo as a color man.
Give me a prize.
like
It's a prize. You got to send the prize to him. That Dallas Cowboy shirt next week, Danny. That's going to be the prize. Having this guy wear it.
I don't want to wear a Cowboys shirt. Come on.
All right, could happen. Could happen. All right, great list. A lot of guys. World Television Day today, so hopefully you all got to enjoy and celebrate that, and we just did.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
What is wrong with you?
Power to
Howard
the
Cosell signing off here. All right. Sports Unfolded. That's how I'm going to.
That was a good one. That was fun because it really brought back memories. To be honest with you,
I'm going to do the rest of the show as Johnny Most. By the way, let's talk NBA now.
Look, I still want to acknowledge some of these other folks.
Are you serious? What are we talking about?
Greg Gumbel.
Greg Gumbel's good. No, yep.
Vin Scully.
Yep, Vin Scully. But that would be more regional.
Yes, he's LA, but
yeah,
very well known. What about Harry Carey?
The Cubs.
Kurt Menefee.
Mm-hmm.
Doc Emmerich, not Dick. Doc Emmerich for hockey. Frank Gifford.
Yeah, Gifford was good. He was all right.
Mel Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Don Cherry.
What about Dan Fouts? I think he forget he was actually.
What about Phil Simms?
Phil Simms. I liked Simms. A lot of people didn't.
And Chris Berman.
Yeah, but I mean, he didn't really do a lot of games.
No, but I mean, he is a sportscaster.
Yeah. Boomer.
Stumbling.
Boomer.
So I just wanted to throw out those names out there so that way they get some recognition. That's all.
Okay. All right.
They weren't
on the list. Let's go to the NBA. NBA has had its best opening ratings in the last 15 years. Bert Bacharach? I don't know. Why do you think the NBA has been so successful to start this season?
Because they're probably not telling the truth.
No, 60. They're saying 60 million viewers through the first month between NBC, Prime, and ESPN. Do you think the NBC coming back, nostalgic, may have, again, Marv Alberts used to do all the games for NBC. So you maybe gravitated more. You see more people tune in. I think it's on more too. Like it's on Tuesdays now, Monday. It's on every day.
Look, they were on TNT, right? And now they switched that to NBC. So look, the networks are going to garner more views. It's that simple. I think the number that we talked about yesterday on Going On Daily is 85% more people watch the networks than they do the other cable channels. 85%. So the numbers had to go up.
Yeah, much bigger TV deals now. 11 years, I forget, 700 and something billion dollars.
But I don't think that it's that good overall. Look, this is a league that is struggling, with the viewership the last few years, especially last year. And I don't know, maybe they played with the numbers a little bit.
I will say this, Ron.
I wouldn't doubt it.
The NBA's faster pace, today's society, right? We're in the TikTok generation. Everything's quick. You want everything, 30 seconds or less. I think that helps the NBA. The NFL still a little bit more drawn out, right? So I could see that. Vince Scully, we did mention
But
Vince.
See, here's the difference. It's like NFL is chess, NBA is checkers.
I could say that. I will say, though, Ron, I think a lot of the younger generation would prefer basketball over football just based on that. It's quick, it's fast, it moves, it goes. It's not a sit back and wait 30 seconds for each play.
The game is in the huddle.
Yeah. So,
But it's the art of the game that is what people are drawn to, because it is a thinking game. It is, offense versus defense. Can that defense stop? But it's in basketball, it's just back and forth, back and forth, back. If they played a 5-minute game, that's all you really need.
Yeah, it's usually the fourth quarter. They don't
Right.
stop playing till the fourth quarter. I get that part of it. I will say this though, too, Ron. They are averaging 117 points per game on average. It is the highest. It's the highest since 1966.
Yeah.
So the scoring's up. I think that's helping. I think the young players now, SGA and what Oklahoma City Thunder, I think there's a team now people really want to root for because they feel like this might be a dynasty in the making. That helps too, because now you've got
that fast pace. I mean, you'll see it with certain players like Cunningham and Maxey and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're seeing that fast pace.
Anthony Edwards,
And
Victor Wembanyama has, changed the game.
Joker.
Luka Doncic is probably now like one of the ambassadors, right? And you think about what Luka has been able to do. This is a good thing for the NBA. It really is, though. I think NBC helped them. I really do. And to your point,
well, switching
more
from
viewers,
TNT, that had to help.
But I also feel like the nostalgia, like I wanted to see the first game on NBC because I remember the music and they still have the same music playing, right? So it's like they kind of brought it back. Listen, good for the NBA. Good for the NBA.
Is it?
Is it?
But they're still trying to dig out from the gambling.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the leagues, right? I think it's going to hurt them too. So we'll see if people trust it. All right. With that, Ron, we're going to move on to Major League Baseball. We're going to talk a little bit about Pete Alonso. Where's the best landing spot for Pete Alonso? And we're going to have a little fun with this. So we got about 6 teams that are kind of rumored to be in the Pete Alonso. Which top 4 sports has the best viewership in the U.S.? Well, football is number 1 by far. Basketball, NBA is still 2, I believe. Then it's Major League Baseball, NHL. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes.
NHL's creeping up on them.
Yeah. Let's see if I can.
But NASCAR gets a lot of viewers. People like to see that car going around and around and around and around.
American football still ranks as number 1. NBA is 2nd. Major League Baseball is 3rd. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's close, though. Baseball and basketball are pretty close. Soccer, ice hockey, 4%. Not good. Soccer is actually ahead of it. It's kind of crazy to think about. LA Kings all the way. All right, buddy. Stay tuned for that. Yeah, Danny, you got to love that guy. All right, so we're going to start off with the first team, Ron, and we'll each give a percentage. All right, so New York Mets. I'm going 95% here. Makes the most sense. Stay where you're known, what you built. New York Mets, 95%.
50%.
50. Wow. Okay. I wonder where you're going. The Boston Red Sox are on
25%.
75%. This would be a great landing spot for him. They've been clamoring.
Wait a minute. Wait. How can you have 95% and then 75%?
I said the best landing spots. This would be the best landing spot would be to stay with the Mets. The next best landing spot to me would be the Boston Red Sox.
That's 170% you're talking.
Yeah, I wasn't doing it by percent. I wasn't doing it that way. Where would it make the most sense? Mets, to me, make the most sense, 95%.
Sure. And then 75 after that. It makes no sense. It's everything out of 100%.
No, I'm basing it out by the team, each team. So for the Mets, 95%.
Okay.
For the Red Sox, I think it's 75%. They need a first baseman. They've been dying to have a first baseman forever. This is an instant upgrade to the roster. It makes a lot of sense for the Boston Red Sox to want Pete Alonso. So I went 75%.
Yeah, I think it's a great place to land because Yeah,
Pete
you're
Alonso to the
also
Dodgers.
looking at the Green Monster, right?
Yeah.
And that would be perfect for him. That's a perfect ballpark for him to hit
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
He'll have a monster season there.
Oh, get it? Monster season. All right, buddy. I'll get the first one. Pete Alonso not to the Dodgers unless he's willing to take deferred payments, Danny. Cincinnati Reds, Ron.
Wait, why don't I see that one? I don't see that comment.
No? Yeah, it said Pete Alonso to the Dodgers. New York Mets, no way. I'd rather throw up than picking them. You didn't see that one either?
The last one I saw was LA Kings all the way.
Oh, yeah, no. He's had two others since then.
Huh. I guess my chat thing isn't working anymore.
All right. The Cincinnati Reds.
0%.
I went 10%.
Oh, I'm not even giving him that. He's not going there.
Yeah, they never really build around anybody. I can't see
No,
them
and
there.
they're not going to win.
And then they say they want to New York Mets. No way. I'd rather throw up. He said it again. Yeah, your chat's probably not working.
Why do
Well,
I
there you
see
go.
his?
Now you did. There you go, Danny. That's what it was.
I see Danny's.
Yeah, that's all it was, Danny. Pete Alonso to the Dodgers was Danny.
I didn't see that one.
All right, Philadelphia Phillies. I'll go. I went 50% here. It's all based off of Schwarber, though. Does Schwarber stay? If Schwarber goes,
I think Schwarber's staying. I don't think he's going there. I have 0%.
0. See, I could see it would make sense for him because that's a good lineup, and he gets protected. It makes it easier. Another reason why I think the Mets make the most sense is Soto gives him more pitches to face. But
that's why I have him at 50%.
The Pittsburgh Pirates.
25%.
Really, I had him at 0.
So I basically only think there's going to go in 3 places.
Yeah. Eric
Mets,
sounds like the
Boston,
Sopranos.
and Pittsburgh.
That was a great show, Danny. The Sopranos.
I just started watching it today. I did like 6 episodes today.
You've never seen the Sopranos?
Never seen it.
Oh my
I've
goodness.
seen so much, and I've never seen the Sopranos.
Bro, it's an amazing show. It's so good. I went 0%. Why would you even want to go there knowing that they're just going to get ready? You know what I mean? And then there's Skeens, and who knows? They'll probably trade him.
That is why you go there, because of their pitching staff.
They'll probably trade him, though.
And
the Pirates don't pay.
No, they're going to build. There's talk that they're going to build around that pitching staff.
Yeah.
And Pete Alonso is the guy that they're targeting.
Okay. I think that.
And he could go there.
I wouldn't trust that organization. I don't trust that organization.
Baltimore
Orioles.
But that's the talk. None. No chance.
Yeah, I went 25.
I have no chance at them.
But they're another team that always gets rid of their talent every couple of years. Yep. So I wouldn't want to go there as well. Any other teams that you were thinking about?
There's a slim chance of the Yankees, depending on what happens with Goldschmidt.
Yeah, I could see that. I would see, honestly, you want my opinion on that one? I think they would do it just to spite because of the Soto thing. I could see the Yankees actually doing that.
I could see that.
Just say, okay, well, you took our guy. We're going to take yours now. See how you
But
like it.
Who would you rather have, Goldschmidt or Alonso?
I think Goldschmidt was a flash in the pan, and he started to fade off
Not a
towards
flash
the
in
end
the
of the year.
pan. He's done it his whole career.
What I'm saying is he's at an age where he's not going to keep putting up productive numbers.
Put up numbers this year.
Yeah, I'd rather have Alonso. That'd be my opinion. But.
Okay.
All right, Ron. Before we move on, like to give another shout out to our good friends there in Providence, Rhode Island, and then we got to thank those other areas that we forgot to mention first thing.
I was wondering. I was like, I put it on the thing.
I just thought about it. So our good friends there in Providence, Rhode Island.
All right, tonight's show is brought to you by the all-new 990 WBOB radio page, offering links to your favorite Providence shows, including Sports Unfolded and the Bryant Bulldog Sports Hour. So send us an email if you want to sponsor the show just like that. We can send you out the media kit. So send us the email at ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. There you go. There's the address that you need to send it in, Danny, if you want to sponsor the show. So do that very quickly.
Very quickly. All right. Also want to thank those in Dallas, Georgia, 99.1 WDJY FM. Thank you for the support and putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m., as well as SECTV, Public Access Channel 12, on every Tuesday night here in Southeast Connecticut. Thank you for the support as well. We appreciate it. And all those that have joined us live, we want to always thank you all for Shady. Thank you for the support. All right, Ron, we're on to our split decisions.
This is going to be a good one.
Our split decision segment, basically, we give each other two more likely questions, and we have to make a decision. I am first this week, Ron. So I will start you off with this question. Which NFL coach is more likely not to return next season if his team doesn't make the playoffs? Sean McDermott, John Harbaugh, or Andy Reid? Who's more likely not to return next season?
I got to go with Sean McDermott, but I do have to say that if Kansas City doesn't make
there you go
the playoffs, he may retire.
I think he's going to retire. I think 100%. That's why I asked the question. I think Andy Reid, this is his last season, especially if they don't make the postseason.
Right.
This will be his last season. Andy Reid.
Yeah, I think no matter what, it's going to be his last season.
Yeah, Danny said Andy Reid. I agree. I think
Sean McDermott isn't going to have a job either.
Agreed. More likely though, Andy Reid. If they were like
Andy Reid, I think he's going to retire after the season.
So I agree with that one. But all right, good one. All right, your first split decision, Ron.
Okay, so along that same sort of line of thinking, which team is more likely to make the playoffs?
Okay.
The 5-5 Chiefs or the 6-5 Panthers?
I'm gonna go. The obvious answer is the Chiefs. Based on the fact that they at least know how to win, and you could see Mahomes, your quarterback plays much better in Kansas City. So I'll say Kansas City, but I think the one caveat for the Panthers, they're in a weak division, so they may have a couple of games left that they could win, which would push them into the postseason.
Yeah, they're playing New Orleans this weekend, right?
Yeah, I trust Kansas City more. I could see the Panthers losing the game to the Saints, right? Whereas if it was none of them, Danny says. Cowboys. Yeah, Cowboys were not an option, but all right, we'll give it to you, Danny. Cowboys all the way. Now it's a good point. It's a good point, but I think the Chiefs would get in before the Panthers.
I'm not sure about that.
I just don't trust the Panthers. They every time I think they're going to be.
I mean, the Panthers can win the division.
Yeah, they could. They could also lose to the Saints.
Yes,
they're just that team. Like it's like every time you think they're going to be okay, they somehow mess it up. Andy Reid doesn't call the plays, right? No, he does call the plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, he's their offensive coordinator. All right, Ron, your second split decision. Which Colorado Avalanche player is more likely to finish the season with the best plus minus in the NHL? Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, or Martin Necas? Necas. I was messing up. McKinnon has 22, Makar 20, and Necas is a 19.
I gotta go with McKinnon. Just for the fact of just how good he is offensively. He's gonna have the puck in the other end 90% of the time.
So he's gonna score more.
Again, talented offensive player, but he does have to play against the league's best offensive players.
Gotcha. So more chances for minuses. Let me ask you this one though, Ron. Have you ever seen a team have all 5 Colorado? So the Colorado Avalanche, there's 5 players right now that lead the league in plus minus. They have the top 5. They have the top 5 players in that category. That's insane. That's crazy.
I have seen it before.
Yeah. Okay.
Boston Bruins, when they had Espo and Orr and all of those guys, right?
Yeah.
They did it then.
Okay. All right. Your second split decision, Ron.
We had to have had the same wavelength because I almost asked that question.
Wow.
But I did go with another hockey question.
Okay.
Of these third-year players, who will more likely hit the 30-goal plateau first? Now, it may not be this year.
Gotcha.
I think it's going to more likely be this year.
Okay.
But these are the 4 guys I chose. Connor Bedard, who has 23, who his best was 23 goals. Yeah. He currently has 13.
13. Okay. So he's almost halfway there. Okay.
There's Logan Cooley. His best was 25 goals. He's got 9 right now for Utah.
Okay.
Cutter Gothia of Anaheim. His best is 20 goals. He currently has 12.
Okay.
With only a quarter of the season gone.
Mm-hmm. Both of them.
And then Leo Carlson from Anaheim, who his best was 20 goals, and he has 11 right now.
Okay.
So you have Bedard, Cooley, Gauthier, and Carlson.
All right. I'm taking Cooley out because he only has 9, right? He was the 9 goals?
Yeah.
Utah. Yep. Yeah. And Anaheim's scoring, man. They are scoring goals. Whatever they're running offensively, it definitely seems to help. And I think Bedard, I don't know. I think the hype is not as real as it came in, but I'm gonna go Bedard, but the kid, the third kid you mentioned from Anaheim.
Wait,
that has
Gauthier?
12 goals. That has 12 goals. Right?
Yeah, Cutter Gauthier.
Yeah. I could see him too because they're lighting it up in Anaheim. They're putting some points.
Both of those 2 players are special.
Which is crazy. Hey, we've received 100 messages today. Thank you, Restream. Hey, I've never seen that before. That's kind of cool. What was the name of the first one? Ron. He went Connor Bedard.
Logan Cooley, Cutter Gauthier, and Leo Carlson, Danny.
Danny went with Bedard, I believe, which I did as well. That's a good question, though. That's a good one.
I think, I think all 4 of them are going to hit 30 goals this year.
I don't know about the Mammoth. I don't know if they're going to be able.
Utah.
Yeah.
He's got 9. If you multiply that out by 4.
Yeah, I get it. He makes it, but I don't know. I just feel like they're in a rut. That team's they're going to come back down to earth. Anyway, all right, let's continue talking some NHL, Ron. How will the Charlie McAvoy injury affect the Boston Bruins? So
it's already affected them in the last game.
Right. He's probably going to miss several weeks. Got hit in the mouth with a puck.
Oh, that was brutal.
Teeth everywhere. Brutal. Already had surgery, right? He's missing the next 4 games for sure, they said. On the road trip. The team's currently 12-10 with which places them 4th in the Atlantic. So
it's crazy because they were just in first place, and you lose 1 game and you just lost 4 spots, right? You only lost 1, but look. When you have him in the lineup, you've got him and Zadorov, and then you have Lindholm with Peak.
Yeah.
That is a really good top 4. Then you have the rotating defensemen going in with Aspero, Hoki Jaryu, whatever his name is, Joku Hari, whatever his name is, right? Whatever. And Mason Lowry. Lowry is so bad defensively, and he almost blew another gasket for Marco Sturm as he just handed Anaheim in on a breakaway, and luckily Corpusalo saved that one, but there were countless others. He is so bad in his own end, and it really throws off everything. And so those three rotating defensemen are just not up to par. And when you take him out of the lineup, all three of those guys have to play with another defenseman, and it's a gaping hole.
Yeah. To your point, Lindholm and Zadorov have to step up now, right? This is going to be critical.
Yeah, and there's only so much two guys can do out of the defense.
And they were already kind of weak at defensemen. I know you've been talking about it all year.
Yeah.
So you lose your number one defenseman. That's never an easy situation.
And you can see they're a different team without him. I mean, you could just watching that Anaheim game. They could do a period or two, keeping up with them. Once in a while, they get hemmed in. Third period, Anaheim took it to them, and they couldn't keep up.
Yeah, 19 games, no goals, 14 assists. He's a -2. He's 25 shots so far this season. I guess the biggest key, right, is how he comes back mentally as well, because that's got to be tough. I know hockey players are tough, and we always talk about it, but his job a lot of times is to throw your body in front of a puck or to try to, stop the puck from going into the net. And it's you wonder if he's going to start to question that a little bit because it was a pretty severe injury.
Yeah. He probably shattered his cheekbone or jaw or something, right? And I was hoping for that Zdeno Chara moment where Chara broke his jaw and he came out and played the rest of the game. That's saying something, right?
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. So that meant it was probably a hell of a lot worse than what you could imagine.
Yeah.
He did have surgery, so he definitely broke something in his face. It was ugly. It was ugly. It's bad when they take you through, to the Montreal Canadiens side of the boards just to get them attention.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, last year, where did he get hurt? In Montreal during the Four Nations. He comes back in time to play Montreal in Montreal again. Hold him out of the lineup.
Do you think he's going to have a full face shield or something when he comes back?
Oh, absolutely. He's gonna be sporting that shield the rest of the season.
And I don't know if you've heard the Olympics. I guess it's going to be a requirement for neck guards. Opinion on that?
I mean, it is a safety thing. It's going to be tough for players that never wear them. There are some players that do wear them, but most don't, and you're not going to have the mobility. And I believe me, I went through it with hockey, and I used to cut the gloves short so that way my wrists were flexible. I used to do the whole thing, cut corners, the whole bit. And I can understand a player, having a tough time with that transition. And it's going to be a tough time, but it is for the safety.
Yeah. No, just interesting. All right. Great NHL talk, Ron. We're going to move on, though, to our pick and roll.
It's time for pick and roll.
Tonight's pick and roll segment. 47 years ago, 1978 draft. All of these players became Hall of Famers from multiple different sports, and they were Earl Campbell, James Lofton, Ozzie Newsome, Ryan Sandberg, Carl Ripken Jr., and Larry Bird. We are going to rank them.
Kind of insulted.
Why?
There's no hockey player there.
There wasn't anybody. Did you see it?
Yes.
There was
The
nobody.
last pick in the draft, Slava Fetisov, is in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, that's my point. That wasn't a great class for NHL. All right, so I am first this week. I will start us off at number 6 for me. I had Ozzie Smith, 662 receptions, 7,980.
Wait. Let's back
Ozzie
the
Newsome.
train up.
Ozzie Newsome. Did I say
I'm
Smith?
like, wait, Ozzie Smith is a choice?
Ozzie Newsome, 662 receptions, 7,980 yards receiving, 12.1 yards per reception, 47 touchdowns. 3-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro. Very good tight end, but again, nothing out of these guys that stood out. At number 5, I went James Lofton, 764 receptions, 14,004 yards. So that was pretty impressive, but he did play for quite some time. 18.3 yards per reception, Ron, was pretty impressive. 75 touchdowns, an 8-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro. Remember him with the Bills, but he played for several different teams. But number 5 out of these guys.
It's a burner. At
number 4, I went Earl Campbell, 2,187 yards, carries, 9,407 yards, 4.3 yards per attempt, 74 touchdowns, 121 receptions in his career. No touchdowns on receptions, by the way. 5-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, a 3-time AP Offensive Player of the Year, a 5-time MVP because they did different league, different formats, and a Rookie of the Year and a 2-time Player of the Year, but no championships for any of those 3 guys. So that kind of took them out of the running for me to be in the top 3. At number 3, though, I went Ryan Sandberg.
Ryan.
Again. Huh?
Ryan
Sandberg.
Ryan, not Ryan.
I say Ryan. It's the same thing. Ryan Sandberg, 285 batting average, 2,386 hits, 282 home runs, 1,318 runs, 1,061 RBIs, 344 stolen bases, 10-time All-Star, 1-time MVP, 9 Gold Gloves, which was pretty impressive, 7-time Silver Slugger, and 1-time Major League Baseball Player of the Year, but no championships as well, which left the last 2 guys. I went Cal Ripken Jr. at number 2, 276 batting average, 3,184 hits, 431 home runs, 1,647 runs, 1,695 RBIs, 36 stolen bases. He was a burner in his career, huh? 19 All-Stars, 2-time MVP, though, 2 Gold Gloves, 8-time Silver Slugger, Rookie of the Year, 2-time Major League Baseball Player of the Year, 1-time champion. But the man who had the most hardware on this list, Larry Bird, averaged 24.3 points, 10 rebounds, so a double-double for his career, 6.3 assists, 12-time All-Star, 10-time All-NBA, a Rookie of the Year, 3-time All-Defensive, 3-time MVP, 3 championships, 2 times final MVP. Larry Bird was number 1 on my list.
Give yourself a round of applause. You finally got one right.
Hey, I think I've had a few.
No,
now.
We've actually matched quite a few times this year. That was very well done. I was a little afraid you were going to have Earl Campbell ahead of Ryan Sandberg.
Yeah, even with the hardware, that 9 Gold Gloves were really impressive. That I didn't realize.
Yeah, a little bit, right? I didn't do any of those stats though because it's too difficult to compare the
different
sports.
Yep.
So I looked at those numbers that first the awards and all the accolades, and then league leaders, what they did in the season to lead the league. And basically Ozzie Newsome and James Lofton led in nothing. So they were at the bottom, and it came down to Lofton having more Pro Bowls than Ozzie Newsome. So that's the way I looked at it with those 2. Then I had Earl Campbell. He led in yards 3 times, and touchdowns twice.
Okay.
And the 5 Pro Bowls and no championships, that's what put him there. Then Ryan Sandberg, and you mentioned those gloves stood out. They stood out for me. And not to mention, the Silver Sluggers and 10 All-Star games. And he was a great second baseman, one of the best all time. He led the league in runs 3 times. He led the league in home runs, and it was a year he hit 40 home runs, and that led the league.
Wow. Yeah, think about that. Right?
Yeah, right. And he led in extra bases once. So he was number 3, and the other 2, frankly, were not close for me. I had Cal Ripken number 2, of course. 19. You can't argue with 19 All-Stars.
Pretty good.
2 MVPs. So he had more MVPs than the people below him combined.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the same combined.
Yeah.
He had, of course, 2 Gold Gloves, 8 Silver Sluggers, but he also won the World Series.
Yes, sir.
And he got a Clemente Award. He also led the league in runs and in hits one year. And, of course, extra bases as well. So I think those numbers were far and away better than everybody else's, but nobody matched up to Larry. It was not even close. Yes, only the 12 All-Stars. But how many years did he play?
I don't know. But I will say this, too. His injuries.
It was 13.
His injuries killed him.
Yeah.
I got it up right here. Hold on.
All NBA 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 MVPs. So right there was enough for me.
Yeah, 13 years.
And then you throw in what was that?
13 years. Yep.
Yeah. Then you throw in the 3 all defensive. So he could do it at both ends of the floor. And finals MVP, he got it done in the finals. He had 2 of those, 3 championships. I stopped numbers after that because it didn't matter. It was already over by then.
4 times a free throw percentage, too.
Yes. So, I mean, it was just everything. It's everything. He's on my Mount Rushmore, for sure.
No. Listen, one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah.
One of the best to ever do it. All right, Ron, before a lot of good players, though. A lot of good players.
Yeah, they were all good players.
Before we move on to our predictions, let's talk about that Hall of Fame voting, which is still going on today. Check out Ray Bork just got in last month, and Mark Spitz. So they are newly inducted to the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. You can check that out at our website and see the great players that have been elected to the Hall of Fame by our fans. So that's really cool that fans get to vote. On the inductees. So right now the voting is going on for the NBA with Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, Tracy McGrady, Ray Allen, and Vince Carter. Go to the Sports Unfolded Sports Poll page on Facebook today to cast your vote for that, as well as for the Major League Baseball. Ty Cobb, Duke Snyder, Stan Musial, Al Kaline, and Trish Speaker. Again, cast your vote. Help one of these gentlemen get into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame at Sports Unfolded Sports Poll page. Voting is up currently. I think it is right now Kobe Bryant and Ty Cobb leading on both of those. So help one of them get in. All right, Ron.
Absolutely.
It is prediction time. What a great week last week. We had a lot of participation. 7-3, 8-2. You led the week. James 7-3, Kurt 7-3, Dustin 5-5. Hopefully we've got some people on live that want to join in here and pick some of these games. But what a great week for predictions. Get over 50%. So let's see if you get your name on the chart or continue to add to those totals. But almost everybody over 50%, which is pretty impressive.
You need to do this too.
right? All right. So with that, we're starting off in the NFL this Sunday. The Indianapolis Colts at the Kansas City Chiefs. I want to believe in the Colts, but I can't. I think Mahomes has done it before in the past. I think they find a way to win, especially at home. And I think there's going to be weather. So I'm going Kansas City here.
I'm going Kansas City too. Until they're out.
Yeah,
they're
right.
in.
Right. Exactly. Like they're just, it's like those old New England Patriots when we were like, oh, this is going to be the year they finally fall on to Cincinnati. One of the most famous lines, Bill Belichick when he was in New England, right? They were 2-2, and like everybody's like they're done, and then they go on to win the Super Bowl that year. So
yeah,
I'm going Kansas City as well. If anybody's out
now
there,
I'm
live,
hoping Indianapolis wins, but
yeah, I think we all are.
I got Kansas City in
I think
this
we
one.
all are. All right. Also this Sunday, you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Los Angeles Rams. Ron, who do you have?
I'm going Rams. There's no way I'm taking Tampa Bay in this one.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, Rams have played some really good football. They're probably the quietest team with, they're one of the best in the league this year, and nobody's really talking about the Rams.
I know.
Think that could be the silent killer, man. Those are those
9-2 or something like that. 8-2.
8-2, and again, nobody's talking about them. So, I think the Rams are so respecting now with the Rams.
Where is everybody? James, Danny, Jake, where are you?
They all fell asleep on us. All right. Also this Sunday, you got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Chicago Bears. I think this Aaron Rodgers injury may affect him. I think the Bears are starting to feel like they are actually for real, like they're a good team. So I went Chicago here at home.
I also went Chicago. I do not have faith that Pittsburgh is going to roll in. And I said it earlier, this is where it changes that division. Baltimore will be tied with them at the end of this weekend.
Okay, I agree with you. 11:22 NHL action. You got the Vegas Golden Knights at the Anaheim Ducks. Ron, who do you have?
I'm going Anaheim. After I watched them play against Boston the other night, Leo Carlson and Gauthier are so dynamic. And they got this other kid that I can't even remember his name, but he was everywhere. They got 3 great young players that are going to make a name for themselves in this league. This is going to be a powerhouse in a year or two.
Yeah, listen, they're putting up points. They faced each other, I think, last week or the week before. We picked this game as well. Anaheim won that game. I think Vegas goes in to their house now, and Vegas beats the Ducks. They're both first, second place, so a lot on the line in this game early in the season.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going with Vegas. The 24th in the NHL, we got the Detroit Red Wings at the New Jersey Devils. Both teams playing extremely well, but I like New Jersey at home. They haven't lost a home game yet. They're 7-0-1. So I went New Jersey.
Eric, I'm going to buck the odds. I'm going with Detroit because I believe Jack Hughes is hurt.
Okay.
And so I'm going Detroit is going to get the upset win.
Okay. All right. I like it. NBA action on the 21st. So tonight, Denver Nuggets at the Houston Rockets. I try to see who had an advantage here. They're both averaging about the same in points, same in defensive points allowed. Road home records about the same all the way across the board. But I like Houston's defense. As crazy as it sounds, I really like what Ime Udoka is doing with their defense. So I'm going the Rockets here. I think they have a little more firepower. So I'm going the Rockets.
Yeah, a little more firepower, but I'm never going against the Joker. Just not happening.
Okay.
He's a triple-double machine.
Agreed.
And let me tell you, Gordon and Murray, they can put up points as well.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, all 3 of them have had 50-point games. So I'm going Denver in this one.
All right. I like it. On the 26th, Minnesota Timberwolves at the Oklahoma City Thunder. What do you have?
Oklahoma has yet to lose at home, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe they lost one.
No, they lost one game, and it was on the road.
Yeah, they're not losing. They're winning this one.
I went OKC as well. Listen, they got a shot to break the record.
I think they're going to at this
right?
pace.
Yeah, they are definitely on another level right now. NCAA football. This Saturday, you've got the number 16 USC Trojans at number 6 Oregon Ducks. Both of these teams are the highest scoring offenses. They put up a ton of points. I think the home field advantage plays a factor in this. I went Oregon.
Not only that, Eric, I went Oregon too. But USC has never beaten a top 10 team. It's not happening. So, Oregon.
Okay.
Easily.
All right. NCAA men's action on the 24th. So Monday. Number 13, Gonzaga Bulldogs at number 11, Alabama Crimson Tide. Who do you have?
This is a tough one. I went Alabama. This is going to be a close game, I think. And I went with the home team on that one.
All right. 5-0 on the road, Gonzaga. They find ways to win. They know how to win on the road. I went Gonzaga here. So
yeah.
It's a good game, though. It's going to be a good game. Another big game for the women, NCAA women's matchup tonight. Number 6, Michigan Wolverines at number 1, UConn, the Huskies. I'm going UConn here. I think REM has somehow figured out another way to it's going to be between them and South Carolina.
It is a true number 1.
So.
I went with UConn. It's not even. That was the easiest decision out of all of these.
Right, pretty crazy.
And it shouldn't be because it's 1-6, right?
How many years, man? This guy, he figures it out every year. It's crazy. That's our predictions. Check us out next week to see how we did. If you're ever live and want to participate, please join us.
I'm surprised these guys didn't do it.
So you can do that as well. All right, Ron. It's final thoughts time. And our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be about anything sports related. It can be about anything happening in the world today. I am first today, so I am going to just say that I am looking forward to the 2026 season of women's professional baseball. So the WPBL will start. They've had a draft. 4 teams right now. Boston, which they're going to be green, which is kind of cool. Los Angeles, New York, and San Francisco. But hopefully they get better backing than the WNBA and what it took them to really start to become more popular. I'd like to see more options for sports and for us. And I think this might be a really good opportunity to see something different. So I'm wishing this league well. I'm hoping that it kicks off in some style. And I'm probably going to look forward to seeing them in Boston. I think that's going to be kind of cool if they play in Fenway. So that'd be kind of cool as well. But that's my final thought.
Pretty good. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, so believable, Ron. So believable.
Well, because I'm drifting off to think about what I want to say about my final thought. It's not.
You serious?
That's creepy. Is that you? Is that a recording of you?
That was from Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire.
Sounded like you. So today, I watched the second episode. Yesterday I watched the first. Today I watched the second episode of Alex versus A-Rod.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
Oh my! Oh, it is so good.
Yeah. Okay.
I think every sports fan needs to watch this. I don't know if it's more than 2 episodes. It seemed like it ended, but I'm hoping it's another one because I want more of the dirt. It only glosses over that. But it was an incredible, and it I don't want to say it changed my opinion of A-Rod, but it did make him look very human,
Hmm.
and you can understand
Why he did what he did.
where he went wrong.
Hmm.
And I actually felt bad for him because he clearly didn't have anybody that he could talk to or anything. Clearly.
I know I had seen also he did a Today interview, and they had asked them about guys getting into the Hall of Fame, and they kept saying like Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens, and he would say yes, yes, whatever. And he goes, even if you want to put an asterisk next to our names, he still thinks that, again, if you understand why a lot of these guys did what they did, that they still deserve to get into the Hall of Fame. And I that's where I say I agree with him. I know you've had a different opinion, but I do truly think that some of these guys felt they had to do it.
But it did make me think differently of him as a person, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think
I mean,
a lot
you're
of these.
talking about a kid that comes out of nowhere, and then when he signed that big contract,
Yeah, the pressure.
that's when the
got
pressure.
Unreal. Yeah, and I will say this too: of the guys we talk about, Bond's very cocky about it. Clemens cocky about right, claimed his wife had done it. You never heard that with A-Rod. A-Rod pretty much admitted he did it.
Yeah,
and
he
again,
did.
I think that's the difference between him and some of those other guys was that he generally knew what he did was wrong. The other guys some of these guys still deny they've done it to this day.
Yeah, and I don't understand why. I mean, it's clear, and I don't know. It's tough because it's like, he had that talent.
Yeah, without it, he could have. Yeah, right. But
I mean, he played in Seattle and he didn't use in Seattle.
Chicks dig the long ball, man. It was
it was when he went to Texas.
Yeah, it was the biggest deal at the time, right? It was the record.
It started the spiraling.
Yeah, it was the record deal.
And himself, just the way he treated things, like his ego was bigger than the game at that point. And now he realizes it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's sad. And he didn't have anybody that he could just go to and talk to. And I don't want to give any more than that away.
Yeah,
you'll see why I said that. Yeah. If you watch it.
I'll check it out this week.
Definitely watch it, though.
Yeah.
So, A-Rod, thumbs up to your little show.
Listen, he's vulnerable. All right. Well, I do want to say to all those, we hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. We won't
be go on the DL, Eric. I just
saw that. But Thanksgiving Thursday, hopefully you get to spend it with your family and friends and enjoy.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
So we will see you Friday at 6 p.m. Can't wait for that one. I will be exhausted. But I will say, Ron, it's been a pleasure. I want to thank those that joined us live tonight. Steffi, Danny, James, Jake, you guys were awesome tonight. Thank you for all the participation. Shady, thank you as well for joining.
The real Slim Shady.
The real.
Stand up.
We actually, there's the Hitman. You know the game, The Hitman? They're doing an actual Eminem versus Slim Shady as one of their, in-game things now. It's really kind of cool. Anyway, that has been our show tonight. Please like, share, follow on all our social media platforms. We appreciate all the support you can give us. Check out our websites there at sportsunfolded2021.wixsite.com and rhodeislandbroadcasting.net.
They can even donate there. And I would love to give thanks on Friday if a lot of people went to the website and donated.
Right. Continue to help us grow. Again, thank those in Providence, Rhode Island, WBOB 990. Thank you for your support, as well as 99.1 WDJY in Dallas, Georgia, and SEC TV Public Access Channel 12 in Southeast Connecticut. Thank you for the support. Check us out every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. here on Rhode Island Broadcasting and Sports Unfolded. And all we ever ask for, Ron, every single show is that we finally get peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody.